commentary is exactly what the word implies, comment on. What's important about this phrase? What did it, what grabbed you about it? And it doesn't mean that you have to simply agree with it. It doesn't mean you have to disagree with it. But commentary is important because I think it really begins, this is the starting point for you to do something. And the same thing in the following purpose. So questions, comments on the essays? Mr. Miller and Mr. Wong, is there anything I should add that I've forgotten to mention on the essays? Okay, you can get back to your email now.
Not email.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
So we're being graded at our the way we think about this, or our creativity, or
No, you don't get any bonus points for creativity. No, it's just to demonstrate to me that you've been giving the material thought. I mean, again, if you start off with the premise and say something along the line that, use an example, we should be happy because St. Augustine says we should follow the teachings of the devil. I'm probably not going to give you a good grade because it shows that you really didn't engage with that. Okay, you didn't understand it or whatever. But you're probably going to have to do a rewrite.
But you said basically you were going to say, like, question 1 is give an answer, question 2 give an answer?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the St. Thomas was fine school, right? You can do worse.
Well, wait, I thought we answered
No, what he's referring to, you take one of the questions and say, here's three possible ways to answer yes, 3 possible ways to answer no. I choose this one. Why? Fine. I mean, yeah, and then I could envision an essay saying, Grant would say this, Corbin would say this, so-and-so would say this. This is the best one. Why?
The final question says that the substitutions of real because real and run because of technology. So what exactly you want to know from the author? I mean, this is a little bit because you say comment. So comment means whatever I think go right or left, or like you gave us freedom to think right or left here, wherever you want to set it. I'm just making sure that basically that would be an argument based in the light of the text. Okay?
Yeah, look, I'm much more interested on how you get to your answer rather than your answer per se. I mean, it's not as crass as saying, I don't care what you think. Actually, I do care what you think as long as, but I have a pretty broad umbrella about what that means. But I think seminary students in particular always try to play the mind, what answer is the professor looking for? I'm not looking for an answer. Okay. I mean, actually what I want to say is astonishing. Some of the best papers I've read, I think at the end of the day, the student is absolutely wrong. but they got there in a way that I had to acknowledge, yeah, it's a well-written paper, you understand the material, I just think you're wrong. That doesn't mean you're not going to get an A. I didn't put on the paper, I think you were wrong, I don't do that. But again, don't play the game. What is Waters looking for? I'm not looking for anything. Well, I'm looking for a nice paper.
And yeah, to make a little bit more clarified, are you looking for a conclusion that, or I mean, sometimes when you write a paper, you can say that I'm more leaning toward this, but still there are issues which are.
Oh, look, some of the best papers too sometimes don't come up with a steadfast conclusion.
Right.
That's fine.
Okay.
As long as you can convince me that that's where you should end up. Because oftentimes a well-written paper goes full circle, beginning with the question and ending with the question. As long as you just don't use that as a device to evade answering the question. Like I said, all these questions are unanswerable in their entirety. look, the grading business, I think it's a bad game, but I'm hired and I have to play. Okay. I mean, if I had my way, there'd only be 2 grades. Not good, not bad. So, but since we're playing this game, and also, quite frankly, I think, in my humble opinion, they've done you a great disservice by tying your financial aid to grade. Because it only gives me about 4 grades to play with. And what they've done is made average dishonorable. There's no shame in being average. Pardon? It is. Okay.
Are we sending it a hard copy?
No. Electronic. Email is happening. And basically your last name, first name, and then SA1. That's how you submit it. This will keep me and the TAs happy. You always want me and the TAs happy when the grading paper. And I've said this promise throughout my entire career: I never grade papers if I'm in a foul mood.
Good.
Nor do I grade them well. Sipping beverage.
Good also. Thank you.
All right. Next week, Professor Cosgrove will be visiting us, talk about scripture and ethics. Okay? Now, make sure you read his book that he signed, because I have given him permission to call upon any student at random to answer a question about the book.
Was he like, Brent, I'm not doing that? And you were like, I promise that they'll all read it. You guys like have that powwow? I promise you can call it any of them. They're going to be so good to you. Please, come on. Huh?
Something. Something is wrong with you. I don't know exactly what it
Sorry, do you need to move?
No, you're fine.
No, I'm in the way.
I was trying to do it without getting up. I'm lazy.
You're not lazy, you're beautiful. I know, I'm like, if I go home, I won't read, but I need to read. But I need to go home. I'm staying for that Affordable Care Act thing tonight. Oh, yeah. The FCL. I'm going to come back tomorrow. Do you have to just be part of it? Yeah. That's it? Like the equivalent of class, like letters or whatever? Where are they going over tonight? It's the man's here who's doing all the plenaries. Like, there's group sessions and there's breakout sessions. I'm doing the 2 group sessions tomorrow as well. Okay. But tonight I think it's kind of like this. And then tomorrow they're breaking it up into federal state. I was like, what time is it tonight? 7 to 9. So I'm going to stay and have dinner. Chill. Cooking that'll go. That gets me all day tomorrow to homework and church stuff for 19th century. Why we should play.